And new friends, they're getting to know me as Josie. And I am so excited to bring this topic to you here today. But before we go ahead and we do that, please take this opportunity to look and enjoy the ocean. The things that I want to talk about with you here today on this new software called Haps.tv. I am using the mobile service here today, which does not allow me to input my intro yet. That's okay. We are broadcasting live, and really, that's all that matters. And this is an episode of Passive Income Junkies. So, one of the things that I absolutely love to do while I am here in Costa Rica living this hostel lifestyle is share this game that I have, okay? This is an entrepreneurial game. When I was in my early 20s, I got very, very, very passionate about peak performance and passive income and investing in all of that stuff. And I would go to all of those seminars and have a really, really good time. So I ended up with these board games, which I always thought was kind of funny because at the time, I believe I was living in my car at the time, or maybe I was just carrying around my stuff quite a bit or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I had these games and I would always think to myself, I'm like, if someone broke in and robbed my car, they would leave the most precious thing in there, which was my books and these games, like the wisdom, like these people that are acting in a desperate space just they don't care about positive ways of pursuing their growth. They just want to take. So I would always have that thought. I'm like, this is the most valuable thing that I own, and if I got robbed, it wouldn't even be stolen. So fast forward 13 years and hola, and I'm beginning my nomadic journey because I went through the one suitcase challenge and succeeded, of course. I mean, I've got a suitcase and I've got a carry-on and a laptop bag and this backpack. So really, it's not one bag, but it's one bag and a little extra. Oh, hi, buddy. Can I switch this around? I can. Look at him go. They're fighting over it. I want to carry it. No, I want to carry it. I want to take it to the queen. These little guys are so amazing. Now, what was I saying? So in this nomadic, oh yeah, the games and how they how they ended up in my suitcase in this nomadic journey of mine. Well, again, going back, it's the most valuable thing that I own because of the wisdom that is gained from playing these games and creating this interactive point of view. And it's to know Robert Kiyosaki, little TL. The second game, which was created years later by Brandon Broadwater, was called The Game of Abundance. Wouldn't you just love to be able to write videos and to get lessons from the ocean ledge? How magical is that? And that is your reality, my friends. That is a possibility for you if you are willing to take the steps that I share with you here today in growing your income so you can be independent and not codependent. And that, my friends, is the mission statement of the Light Warriors Academy. So when I was beginning this nomadic journey of mine, I couldn't take these board games with me. They took up way too much space. So I pulled out the Mod Podge and I went through these games and I combined them into one super game. And I got rid of the parts in Brandon's Game of Abundance that I didn't quite align with. And on the other side of the spectrum, I did the same thing with cash flow. So then I ended up with this really, really potent game. So I've been sharing this with with uh, with the residents at the Salinas, and it's been absolutely magical in teaching these people that are so ready to take a chance on themselves, to teach them how to be able to create a sustainable lifestyle that looks like this. Because who wouldn't want their life to look like this and have the opportunity to create decisions for themselves on the fly and to make and strive towards the things that make them passionate and excited? This is all possible and available for you if you take a chance on yourself. And that's the big message here today is, are you willing, are you ready to really take a chance on yourself? Um, so what these residents learn in this board game that I mushed together. So I will be creating, I'm in the process of creating my own version because I can't resell this board game to people, and I can't really do anything with it but play and share it with people because it's copyrighted from two other people, right? I just grabbed the Mod Podge and glued them together, so I have no rights to this product that I've created. So I am in the process of creating a Light Warriors Academy board game that teaches these principles in my own and unique voice. Because when you put yourself in this simulation format, you think differently. You start to see your own money patterns. And if you don't know anything about money, it shares with you new ideas and new possibilities. So each and every person that has sat down and gone through this process with me has deeply, deeply, deeply benefited. So here again on this episode of Passive Income Junkies, I want to share with you one specific strategy that comes from a lesson that I personally learned from playing this board game over and over and over and over again. And that is getting smart with passive income opportunities. And one of those roots of passive income opportunities is paper investments, right? Things that are popular right now is Bitcoin, right? Get yourself invested in some Bitcoin, but investments in general. I mean, I personally wouldn't suggest like R01ks or anything like that. Those are set up by the government to sound like they're safe, but they're not. You don't make any money on them. They're just a glorified savings account. Um, But, take a course. If you need some help finding some resources on who to follow and how to get started in the stock market, I can lead you there. Real estate is something that I'm still working on mastering, but I can lead you in directions that could potentially be helpful. The thing about real estate is you need to get smart about locations, and that's the part that gets me every time because I'm Canadian and makes it really tough because a lot of this stuff is geared towards Americans, and they say that it doesn't matter, but it does. And anyway, so that was tip number one: is get into some investing. Start building an investment account for yourself. And tip number two, I'm going to give you 3 tips here today, okay? Here in the Passive Income Junkies, is tip number 2 is surrounding yourself by the right people that are going to bring you up and are going to pull you of your ideas and possibilities, right? Need people that are going to know more about passive income than you. They can do creating the things that you of the puzzle is okay. 5 cards in the game is fortune favors the prepared mind. Take advantage of this wisdom that you get away. My wisdom, 10 years. Actually, I think it was like closer to 7 years to implement. But with strategies to be able to create success, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this rendition of the Passive Income by the Light Warriors Academy.